Right, today folks, I'm doing a bit of an unboxing. Now this isn't a new gadget, it's not a new toy. In fact, this is something that's old. Now, I'm not sure how old we're looking at. We're probably talking about 30 years old, I think. Now, as you know, I am into my old antique phones. Old phones, old tech, anything like that, I'm interested in. I like it for the, not the financial kind of value, but purely for the fact of it's old and it used to be high tech, I guess. Let's have a look what sort of phone it is. There we go. Look at that. Make sure there's nothing else in there, or else the dog will eat it. There we go. Welcome to the Discovery cordless telephone. Now, this is, like I say, I think it's probably about 30 years old. 25 to 30 years old, I reckon. I've been sent this by one of my YouTuber followers. It's described as being pretty much new, but old stock. So I'm assuming that means it's not really been used. It's old stock, but it's in new condition. And looking at it, I'll probably agree with that. There's no marks on it or anything. I think it's safe to say that these NiCad batteries aren't going to be working. But yeah, this is certainly a blast from the past. When I was younger, when I was a young boy, we had a cordless telephone. Not that much different from this one. And it was a Tandy one. Tandy used to do one many years ago. And it wasn't a great one. But is that part of it, I wonder? I don't think that's supposed to be part of it. Well, it doesn't really go, does it? But yeah, it wasn't a brilliant phone. But back in the day, of course, it was. It enabled us to be able to go down to the garden and make and receive phone calls, which is what we wanted. Right. So, I think with this one, if I remember rightly, yes. Yes. So, one of the problems with cordless telephones is that if you have a power cut, then you can't use your telephone, can you? If you have an ordinary plug-in-the-wall type telephone, the phone will continue to work. So with this, the idea was that this was a battery pack and you can put your batteries into this, normally your AA batteries. This would then plug into the base unit, and then your power supply would then plug into this power unit here, 12 volts. So when there's a power outage, this would continue to work. Oh, it's actually got batteries in. There's batteries in this already. The power lights come on. Gosh. It's having problems charging. That's probably because the batteries in there are no good, or the batteries in there are no good. Now it's only got one antenna on this. So the one we had back in the day, those two antennas, there's the wire antenna, and this is what actually transmitted the signal from the base unit to the handheld. And then there's a separate telescopic antenna which picked up the signal from here. And I think, didn't they operate, some were operated on 49 megahertz, 50 megahertz, around about there. Sure that was the case. But it's in nice clean condition. I do like that. Right, let's plug it in and see what happens. Ah, right. Now, let's bring you in closer. So now, I've plugged it into the mains. The lights are lighting up properly now, which is always good. So that's a good sign. So I wonder what sort of batteries they have in here. I don't think these are supposed to be rechargeables. I don't think this device charges up batteries. I think it purely is just for standby. Of course, I could always read the instructions. Right, so the ordinary Panasonic batteries in there. So that's probably enough power in here, not to charge the handset, but just to keep this handset and base unit powered during a power outage, enabling you to make a phone call. That needs to be on charge for quite a while. I don't think that antenna is anything part of this, apart from the fact that this is clearly sort of old and dated. It's the wrong colour. You can tell it's been plugged in somewhere and left in the sun. But I don't think it's part of this. Right, let's have a look what we have. Right, so inside the pack we have this little box of tricks. So this looks to be, I think that's the mounting bracket. That looks to me some sort of mounting bracket, that does. Yeah, so that clip clips on, which enables then for it to be wall mounted. So you'd have a screw hole there and there, and it just hook on. Nice, neat enough. So I don't unfortunately have a telephone socket in here, so I can't plug it in just at the moment to see if it works. So that's something that's going to have to wait until I get inside the house. So let's just do that up for the time being. That's the antenna. Important, this wire antenna carries signals from the base unit to the handset. Do not cut or change its length in any way. The best result, it must be fully uncoiled and extended as far as possible. Please see the note on the antenna in the setup section of the user guide. So that's something that can't be tampered with. I can't remember how long these are. I know they're very long. And I remember when we used to have our phone at home, we used to have to kind of stretch us up the wall, across the ceiling, over picture frames and all sorts. That was always a challenge, getting the best reception you could. That changes around there. So that now holds into place. And then, like I say, it's a very clever idea, this. It's a good battery backup system, this. That again will be mounted on the wall or somewhere out of the way. So power supply into there, that feeds your telephone, and that will keep you going. I don't know how long for, but it's a good idea. Our telephone didn't have that. Installing the batteries, connecting the cell phone base unit, yada yada yada. Win £10,000. I don't think that's going to be valid anymore for that warranty. Metallic antenna panel. Your call has been delivered with both a flexible antenna and a metallic. Oh, okay. Right. Sorry, the dog's trying to eat bits of my workshop. Right, so your cordless phone has been delivered with both a flexible rubber antenna and a metallic antenna. We recommend that you fit a flexible rubber antenna for easy and convenient use around your home. However, in the event that you experience excessive noise in the earpiece, then we recommend you replace the rubber antenna with a metallic one provided. Right, so this is part of it. I guess this one really is for getting a signal in a poor coverage area. It's strange that it's an off-white. That off-white would indicate it's either from a different telephone or that it's been left in the sun too long. It does look a bit peculiar, but still, it's part of it. What else does it say? How to fix. We've done all that. Wonderful. Now the instructions. Has it got a date on here? Potentially 1996 then. So 22 years old. So it's a nice basic telephone. Be interested to see if it works. So there we go. It'll be good to see if it works. At the moment, in the shack, I'm using my Rabbit phone. This is a digital phone though, so a little bit better quality, more privacy, and better range. An old one yet again. If you've seen these on eBay, or have you seen these being filmed on YouTube, have a look. In one of my videos I've done repairing this phone, Rabbit. I keep that in here. The great thing about this Rabbit, of course, is that the base unit's plugged in inside the house, and this handset has got its own charger, which is what that sits on, keeps it charged for me. The disadvantage of this one is that there is no separate charger for the handset. Some of the more expensive cordless phones used to have separate handsets, didn't they, and separate chargers, but this one didn't. This one just came as a single piece system. So, you know, that's probably not going to be all that suitable for me. Of course, I don't think, to be honest, I'm going to be using it, so it doesn't really matter. But still, I'm going to keep these items safe, because you never know. It's got a page facility. And there we have it. And there we have it, folks. A stylish, easy to use cordless telephone with paging facility. If any of you guys out there have got an old phone like this, dig it out. Dig it out, use it. Because forget the fact that it's analog and not digital and people might be able to listen to you, that doesn't matter. Who cares if people can hear your conversations? Use it, have a play. And if you don't want to use it, once you've had a play, put it on eBay. Let me know, I might buy it off you, you never know. If it's a good one, might have it off you for my collection. Bit of a difference. This is a little bit newer. It's got a bit of a cheaper feel to it. It clearly wouldn't have been a particularly expensive one. Just trying to get some charge in it. See if the battery's completely dead or not. Right guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for looking at my telephone unpacking. I'm going to give this a bit of a charge, see whether it does take a charge. If not, I'm going to replace the cells in here, put a new battery in, and have a bit of a play. Might end up by using this for a short while, who knows. Right, catch you later on. Right, okay, here we go. So the Betacom phone all plugged in, all working. Got the antenna just kind of thrown. How's that for length? All the way, Doug. Right, there's the antenna. That's supposed to go up. Who has ceilings? Who has ceilings that high? Right, I'm going to make a phone call. Don't want to use that new modern handset. I want to use Let's phone my mate Lewis. See what Lewis has to say. Better put the aerial up. Bit buzzy. Can you hear that buzz? Oh dear. Rog, how you doing, Rog? Can you hear that buzz, can you? Yeah, and me, Rog, and me. It's this cordless telephone Rog I bought. Hang on 2 seconds, I've bloody... Right, Rog, okay, so could you hear that buzz as well, as loud as I can? Hang on, let me try that. Right, what about now? Hang on. What about now? Okay, so all in all then, analog cordless phones are rubbish, and we should all stick to digital. Yeah, take it easy, mate. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Right. Oh, dear, that was awful. I could barely hear what he said. I made a phone call earlier on, and the person I was talking to, they could hear me without any buzz. But just now, the buzz was really bad, and I've tried adjusting the big white aerial, and oh, no. What a shame. It's a lovely handset, a lovely telephone to use. but it's just not really very good to use as a phone. So I think I'll be sticking to my digital one. Okay, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.